82.
And welcome back to the show. This is the truth about Chicago sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. We are live at Old Republic at 155 South Randall Road in Elgin, Illinois, with Top Shelf Sports sponsored event. Sammy Sosa signing today here from 12 to 3:30. Come on down, get your tickets purchased, and go to topshelfsports.com to get your tickets to meet Sammy Sosa photo opportunities as well as signing memorabilia. We're now joined by the guys who opened up Fox Valley Sports Saturday, Derek, and Mikey P from On the Rise. What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Very excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course.
We're probably going to be looking over our shoulder this segment because the doors are just opening here, so get on out here.
Yep.
Sammy Sosa will be here. Plenty of food and drinks to go around. I'm looking at the Hulk smash right here. I mean,
tell me,
this menu, it's dangerous.
Nice. I like this. I like this.
Don't forget about the prime rib special.
Oh, yes.
Or the $7 Goose Island pints, not to mention the $10 Mai Tais
with the souvenir
in
cup.
a souvenir cup.
I want to know what this Thunderbolt sauce is on the.
I know, man. Like, I
might have to try it.
I'm definitely going to get in this menu. I'm definitely going to get in this menu.
Don't forget, we are actually in a heated igloo tent area.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're outside,
Yes.
but we're warm.
This
It's
is
not
very
50
nice.
degrees outside,
inside.
but we're inside. Inside, but we're inside.
And
So
we want to remind you that WRMN is going to be the home of the Chicago White Sox.
Sox, baby.
So we're representing
Yes,
Sammy Sosa
yes.
just
I gotta
for the
cover
White
this
Sox
up.
as well. Yeah. But just keep in mind, this is a beautiful venue here at Old Republic.
Yes.
Could be a venue that we broadcast the pre and the post-game shows of White Sox games this summer. It'll be opened up. It'll be much
Opening
warmer.
day?
You know,
No, opening day might not be much warmer. That's still
that's the kind of cold here in Chicago.
But here in the summer, I see a stage out here.
I see a stage.
You know, I haven't been here before, and I will say I've heard a lot of great things about it. My buddy John lives up the block. I mean,
yeah, this
they
is
always
an
have
awesome
live
summer
bands.
event.
Remember, is Derek can break dance? We're gonna have him out in full display.
You getting out there?
Let's gonna do that.
I'll dance if that's what the audience requires. You know, I'll get
I take some $10 Mai Tais, but get there.
Yeah, you know, might take like 20 $10 Mai Tais. So that's going to be an expensive bar tab.
Oh my goodness, guys! This is such a great time, a great event, right? Great coming together. This is awesome. This is what it's all about. This is why we love to do sports. Now, of course, you know, me and Mike, we got to deal with these Cubs fans here, but you know,
Oh, is that why we're sitting the way that we are?
Yes, we got to make sure that it.
Good team, bad team, good team,
We
bad
can't
team.
have a stacked deck there. We got to bust up that monotony, you know.
I heard you guys were talking to Sophia earlier.
Yeah, the great
to deal with some
Blackburn.
Detroit fans too.
Yes,
So.
the great Sophia Blackburn. You know, we always love talking some hockey with her and giving her a hard time. It's what we like to
Thank
do.
you for Ben Johnson.
Yes, thank you for being.
Yeah, thank you.
And, you know, speaking of that, so now we see that the roster's really starting to fill out. Dennis Allen is now the defensive coordinator. What is it?
Declan Doyle.
Declan Doyle is now the offensive coordinator. And
Wait. The 28-year-old offensive
let's talk about that. What do you guys? I am not an ageist. I never have been. I have always been open. I don't care old or young, as long as you can get it done. Now I have heard some people calling and complaining and say maybe he's too young to be, you know, leading the offensive coordinator position. But I love it. I love having this young mind paired with Caleb. What do you guys feel about it?
He's coming over from Denver.
Denver, tight end.
So he was tight end coach. Thank you. Over there in Denver, he's learning from who? Oh, geez. Who's
Sean
Denver
Payton.
coach? Sean Payton. Thank you. I almost
So
said
he's from the Sean Payton tree. Okay.
You know, so I wanted to get the right Sean. But yeah, I mean, he's doing what he needs to do to, you know, elevate himself. And why would you not take a promotion? I don't know anyone that wouldn't take a promotion.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 28.
And this is a great opportunity for him to learn, especially under the tutelage of now Ben Johnson. Now, I know he's a first-time head coach. However, I mean, everything that he's done with the Lions over the last few years, I'm kind of getting excited again, and I vowed not to get excited
I did. I
until I
told
saw
myself
something.
not to let the juices
Too late. Too late.
The juices are
I'm
flowing.
thinking Detroit for Ben Johnson. He hasn't even coached the game here.
Yeah.
So let me reel it back a little bit. I don't think this was a name that we heard when talking about the potential offensive coordinators. But despite him just being the tight end coach out in Denver, he did get to see that offense with Bo Nix this past year. And I think that could lead to a lot of great things for this Bears team. We're just going to have to see how it gels with the system.
Yeah, and Ben Johnson's even said that he's still going to have the final say, right, Blake? He's not just turning the whole thing over to the kid. The kid's going to be crafting more of a the week play-by-play playbook, and then Ben Johnson will look over that.
Yeah, and I want Bears fans to feel at least somewhat enthused, though, because like you said, if Ben Johnson's got the play sheet in his hands, let's not get too concerned about the offensive coordinator. But I will say, like we mentioned, first-time head coach, first-time offensive coordinator. Well, I'm not going to sit here and act like that's a foolproof plan. I mean, the floor could be very low, and I don't want, like we said, we're going to get excited because we're Bears fans. That's what we do. We will always get excited. But compared to the defensive side of the ball, Dennis Allen, tons of experience, head coaching experience.
Yeah.
Not a lot of experience on the offensive side.
Cautiously optimistic is how I would put it.
Yeah.
But I'm still of the opinion of you got to wait and see, to see what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get to that mountaintop like they did me this last year.
No.
I am not gonna start proclaiming plans. I want to see something first. They're not gonna fool me again like they did last year.
Oh, they promised us the sun and the moon and the stars, and we got a big pile of shiatsu.
They got me good. I bought a Caleb jersey. I was like, yeah, I was feeling strong, all pumped. And then the season started, and I wilted.
Don't worry.
But no, but Caleb had a great season. He had a great season, and I'm not gonna look at that any other way. I know people wanted more. They wanted 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, but the kid still threw 3,520 and only 9 interceptions.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal as a rookie.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Considering that he's gone through like 3 different play callers.
In one season.
Yeah, that's rough.
So that's rough. I mean, you're coming from college. Then you got Shane Waldron, who I don't know what the hell that was.
That was a poop.
Yeah.
Then you've got
Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown, thank you.
Well, for 1 week until he gets promoted.
And then
Two promotions in a month. Hey.
the other guy became
He's doing a great job, yeah.
Yeah,
Then he gets another OC after
Sample size.
my paycheck grows to $20,000 in 2 weeks. Oh, another $50,000 is becoming like the
Why,
interim
thank you.
coach.
Why, thank you.
Okay.
Well, going back to that coaching, though, how many times have we seen that from this Bears team and Chicago teams in general in recent years, too? First-time head coach, first time in the league, first time. I mean, I don't want to reuse, because there's a lot of leagues that tend to reuse coaches, and it becomes the boys club, and it becomes, oh, this guy's been here. You look at Tony La Russa with the White Sox, and that didn't work out too well. So I'm not saying necessarily go that way, but also all these rookie coaches, we'll have to see. The jury's still out here. So
Yeah, it is. And I love the direction. I also love the fact that they added Antoine Randall. We brought Antoine back home. That's so awesome. And I think that's just a great pickup. The quarterbacks coach is former player JT Barrett?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that one yet.
One of the old Ohio State. I want to say JT
I
Barrett.
think it's JT Barrett. And so I'm really just liking how this is rounding out very well.
Yeah, and piggybacking off of Antoine Randall, I mean, he's also going to be the assistant head coach. So
yeah, I know.
I mean,
and I'm telling that guy, man, he's got a bundle in G. I don't know if you guys saw him.
A hell of a player.
He's a great player and a tremendous coach.
Yeah,
he's got juice. He's got juice. Yeah.
When's the last time on the Bears sideline you've seen
some
at the forefront? Matt Eberflus, he didn't get excited. Mark Trestman.
When you're blowing games, it's hard. It's hard.
Mark Trestman didn't even know he was the Bears head coach until year 2. So you're looking at juice. You're looking at, we talked about DJ Moore all last season. Where's the juice? Where's the fire?
Yes.
This guy is the wide receivers coach, and like you said, the assistant head coach. He's bringing the juice. These guys will be fired up to play for a guy like Randall. I think that was, outside of Ben Johnson, so far the best move of the Bears offseason. Draft still to come. Combine, Senior Bowls going on right now.
Yeah, Senior Bowl's going on right now.
The juice was in DJ Moore's tickets to Cancun that he was talking about in like week 14. Like
Cancun Bears.
Cancun Bears.
do you really blame him though?
No.
And the way that the question was posed to him, he answered it. That's long and short of it. He answered the question. Have you thought about vacation? Well,
Yeah.
We suck right now.
Right.
So Absolutely. I'm looking to go to Mexico or
hang out,
or
have a good time.
any of the other locations where the Beach Boys were talking about in that song.
But you know what? I mean, I'll tell you what, though. I still give them credit. They showed up for the Packers. And yeah, they went to Cancun for the rest of the season. But you know what? For some reason, they decided to come back from vacation and play that game. And, we got to give them some credit for that at least. Yeah. You know, they came back from vacation for that. Now we got to see how it moves forward. And now that they've got that head coaching piece in place, which was that was step number one. And now you've got two things that the Bears have not ever, and somebody actually said this to George, and they said, you've gone out, you got the quarterback that you wanted. Now you got the coach that you wanted. I can't tell the last time the Bears have had a situation like that, where we got the coach that we wanted and the quarterback we wanted.
Do you want to handle that?
Well, I mean, at least on that point, I think that this is the least question marks we've had. I mean, I don't know what point you're getting to, but if we're looking at, you're getting the bona fide number one prospect at the time. Whatever happened this season with Jane Daniels, who I think is a phenomenal talent. Phenomenal. Hindsight 2020, but at 31 teams who needed a quarterback were drafting Caleb Williams. And now you look at the head coaching cycle. Raiders, everybody wanted this guy, wanted Ben Johnson. And he said, I'm choosing that quarterback with that franchise. He might have that owner, but I don't care because this is what I want to do. The Bears said, we want the best option for us. And I think this is for the longest time, the least question marks we've had from a head coach and a quarterback perspective.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that right now in the situation that it is, Super Bowl is in, less than 2 weeks. And this is probably the most excited Bears fans have been about the coaching prospects.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
What I was kind of like alluding to is because, okay, you had Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah. I was never sold.
Yeah.
I was never sold.
Okay. And then you had Justin Fields.
I did like.
And the coaching staff absolutely ruined both those guys.
Yeah. They
didn't know how to use them. They didn't know seemingly they didn't know what the hell they were doing with them. And I mean, Nagy, as pig-headed as he was, calling his own plays and not sculpting it to Justin Fields. How do you win with a recipe like that?
You can't, and that's been the issue. It's been failure after failure. So finally, we're seeing a direction, and me and Blake talked about this last week, and I've been talking about it with fans around town as well. Is that we were all wondering what is going on with Kevin Warren? What is he doing up there? What is his effect? And now we're really starting to see that there is a Kevin Warren effect.
Professionalism.
A professionalism has come into that building, and George is listening to Kevin Warren. They're handling it. They're doing things the right way. They said, "Hey, we got to pay Ben Johnson $13 million to get him here." Kevin Warren told him, "This is what you got to do." George said, "Fine."
Yeah.
We want Dennis Allen to come in and be the defensive coordinator. You're gonna have to pay. George, fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is that, and that's the Kevin. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Ryan Poles did not have that effect before. And you got to remember, when Ryan Poles got the job, they still had the bean counter, Ted Phillips, the accountant. Yes, the Bears accountant. He was in Chicago. Remember that. Everybody forgets that. He was the McCaskey's accountant, and he was in charge of football operations. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't have the man that's in charge of saving you money trying to spend money. Yeah, that never works. He's gonna be like, actually, no, we just saved that right here. Come on. We get 50% off of it.
I will admit, I did get a little distracted because the noise and everything that you may or may not be hearing behind us or with us
we got a crowd,
is because the doors have finally opened up here at Old Republic.
Yeah.
We're at 155 South Randall Road.
Fans are out.
The fans are out.
I see a lot of jerseys out there.
Sosa here to sign autographs.
Yeah.
Take your pictures with us. And this is our first live remote.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here with Marcus Beck.
Yeah.
Hey,
Truth about Chicago sports.
and this is the Fox Valley Sports Saturday live event, baby.
Yeah.
And we couldn't be more excited.
And many more to come. I think it's safe to say that.
Yes,
and
indeed.
like I said, with the White Sox, all this summer, maybe some other events. I mean, I'm more than open to having us cover whatever. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah,
So,
man. I mean, right? This is a great time.
And one other thing, it's not just the Sammy Sosa autograph signing today. Old Republic will have a cover band today.
Oh,
it is called Bad Motor Scooter.
Okay.
They cover Montrose Van Halen and Sammy Hagar.
Sammy.
So that is, they will be here live and in person
from 8:30 to 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome venue to see cover bands here. Let me tell you, they've got the sports screens inside. We're in a heated tent area.
Tented, baby.
I am not cold.
No.
I am not
Warm.
cold.
My bald head feels good right now. And that's when you know it's good.
You might need a rag because it looks like you're spritzing a little bit.
That means it's warm in here.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, I like it. I like
This is
it.
great.
So, guys, as we're sitting here, and now that like I said, that the roster, we got the coaching set. Now it's time for roster moves. Senior Bowl has started. I heard that Ryan Poles stayed extensively with the offensive and defensive line. Can they get this fixed this year with at least the O-line? Let's just focus on that first. Can they get the O-line situation straight, considering that the Bears are going to need probably 4 offensive tackles?
Well, they have, is it the 10th?
4 offensive linemen.
They have the 10th overall
They
pick,
have
is
the
it?
10th overall pick. I believe they have 2 third-round picks, and then they should have 2 fourth-round picks, if I'm correct.
There's a couple of names, I think. I haven't really studied up on which ones they are in this draft yet. I haven't looked that far ahead, but there's a couple of names that I believe they could bolster their offensive line with this draft. Am I right?
Yeah, let me help you out there. That Will Campbell, he's a tackle right now out of LSU. Right now, he's projecting to be a guard, and where the Bears need big offensive help,
They need
interior line.
Well, that's my issue, is that I'm afraid that they're going to try to run back Braxton Jones. One, just because I don't think that they believe that there is a generational left tackle in this draft. 2, I think that Ryan Poles has some weird affection towards this guy because it was one of his first draft picks. And I'm sorry, I do not want Braxton Jones back at left tackle. I don't. I mean, he could be a backup. He is a great guy to have as your swing and backup. But if you're going to tell me that Braxton Jones is going to be the Bears left tackle next year, I'm going to tell you that that's going to be an issue.
But let me play devil's advocate for you here. Is Braxton Jones really the top level of our concern with this offensive lineman? You want Coleman? You want Sheldon coming back? You want, our bouncer Doug Kramer on the offensive line? He's a better fullback, right?
The 300-pound fullback, Doug
And I understand what you're saying. Braxton Jones, is he a top 10 tackle in the NFL? Probably not. But if we're looking at this Bears roster and their offensive line, I mean, he's not the worst of our concerns. To go back to your original question, do I think they can fix it this offseason? If I'm sitting here in November next year still saying how the Bears need to fix their O-line, I might pull all of my hairs out.
Yeah.
Because this is a problem we've seen with Mitch Trubisky, like we saw with Justin Fields. Guys running for their lives, and Caleb Williams needs time in the pocket to let the Ben Johnson plays because he likes to go downfield. If you want a downfield of passing attack, you need to give your quarterback some time.
And they have a ton of cap space. They have a ton of cap space.
money.
Absolutely.
And I keep hearing Trey Smith from Kansas
Potentially.
City.
Yep.
Now, which is so funny that we're talking about a guy that literally is still on a team that's about to play for a championship, and we're already saying how he could be on this team. So I kind of find that funny because it's like he
The
still
same
has
thing
to.
with Ben Johnson?
The other team still has to let him go.
Speaking of existence, right?
Yeah, we gotta manifest it. But let me tell you, that would be huge. That's a great place to start. If we could start with Trey Smith right there alone, we've already hit a huge banger.
I've got one that may or may not be a little shocking considering that we've already seen him. Maybe we could get a retread with them. Khalil Mack.
I've heard that. I've heard the Khalil Mack be thrown out there. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not opposed to that. I am not opposed
If he's cheap.
if you add Khalil Mack
Or
on the other
cheaper.
side of Montez Sweat. I've also heard about the kid that used to play with Montez Sweat in Washington, Chase Young. And Chase Young is going to be, I believe he's a free agent this year as well. Chase could come at a good price. Now, he only had 5.5 sacks last year, but that was with the Saints. There wasn't they were playing from behind a lot, so there wasn't a lot of pass rush opportunities necessarily.
Yeah.
If he's healthy and healed, because I know he had a couple lower leg injuries, that could
Dennis Allen familiarity as well.
we got the Dennis Allen connection as well coming from the Saints. That could be a route you could go. So I'm not opposed to either one of those. But Khalil was definitely still very effective, I felt like, last year for the Chargers. He obviously knows the city. He's comfortable here. I mean,
Do you think he still has the get up and go, I guess?
the desire, the hunger.
TBD, I guess.
You know? And so it's a thing where, we're just trying our best to get as many options as possible because we know that defense and that offensive line, they both need major work. And I know I keep hearing that the Alshon Jeanty, is that Jeanty? Is it Jeanty or Jeanty?
Ashton Jeanty.
Ashton Jeanty. And I can't, no. If the Bears draft a running back, I'm sorry. I'm doing something drastic. I'm going to Hallis Hall and I'm starting a fist fight. Me and Ryan Poles, we getting it on. man.
Well, you'd probably be able to pass the offensive line of the Bears.
Yeah, yeah. If
I'll
that's
eas-
what's guarding out in front of
Yeah,
Hallis Hall.
I'll easily be able to penetrate.
I mean,
not a problem.
you mentioned that there's a lot to be done for this offensive line. There are a lot of holes. We know that as Bears fans, but as you mentioned, Marcus, there's a lot of cap space. I believe the Bears are either the fourth or fifth most cap space team going into this offseason. So paired with that 10th overall pick and all that cap space, you would expect the majority of that, right? The majority of that. You have receivers, you have Caleb Williams, you have a decent defense at times. You have an all right special teams.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real issues there. Cairo Santos is still doing what he's doing.
Yep.
The biggest thing now that you have the coaching has got to be that offensive line.
It's got to be that offensive line. You have to address it and like we said, the one position that, because we know the guard position where it's at Tevin Jenkins, there has to be a decision made. I mean, and the sad part about it is that I would love to re-sign Tevin, but he can't stay healthy, man.
Yeah.
The health just drives me so far off of him. The only thing I could live with is maybe a one-year prove-it deal. That's really all I could probably live with. And the Bears giving him, like, hey, if you could stay healthy, then we could talk about something more long term. Because when he is on the field, he's a difference maker.
Yeah.
And that could be a step to shoring up that line, because the center position to me is still the biggest problem. The Bears haven't had a competent center since Olin Krutz.
Well, maybe you
They
give
haven't
him,
had a competent center since Olin Krutz, man.
yeah, maybe you do give him that one-year prove-it deal, because let's be real, this is not a Super Bowl contending team going into 2025, 2026. Everybody wants to say your goal, of course, is to always win, get a Super Bowl ring. The Bears are just not there yet. It's not even going to take 1 year. Maybe it takes two. Maybe you give him that 1 year, try it out this year, and then see what comes of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, you do want to make this team a lot better.
Yes.
So you do need to make a lot of changes.
Yeah, I want to piggyback off that point real quick. You mentioned the Bears are not a Super Bowl contending team going into this year, and I totally agree. But what are they? They are going into next year what the Commanders were this year, what we thought we would be this year. Give them enough on this roster and see if your quarterback, you believe to be a superstar, can elevate them to that next level. Because we're watching it right now with Mahomes. The Chiefs have not had the best roster in the NFL for all these years, but they've had the best quarterback and the best coach, and they elevate the entire team. And that's what Bears fans should be, one, excited about, because are they Super Bowl contenders? No. But can they make the NFC Championship game and be in a position to be in the big game?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We saw that.
We've already seen it.
We saw it.
That kind of answers my next question, but real quickly, you expect them to be a playoff team this next year?
You know what? Yes, I do actually. As crazy as that may sound, especially after they had only 4 wins this year, it was a very pathetic season. Was it 4? Was it 5? It was 5 wins they finished with, because they beat the Packers there. So they finished with 5 wins. And so I do think that could be a very quick turnaround, because I believe that much in Caleb's talent, and his roster's not there. It's not a bare cupboard. So yeah, we definitely could see this team make the playoffs. When we get back from break, we're going to continue. We're going to have the guys stay with us on the show. We've got Sammy Sosa getting ready to join soon. We got the crowd here lined up. We're at Old Republic over here at 155 South Randall Road in Elgin, Illinois. This is the Truth About Chicago Sports on WRMN 1410 AM. Guys, when we get back from break, we're going to talk and see, are you guys chiefed out? Are you chiefed out? We're going to talk about that more when we get back from break. All right, guys. This is once again the Truth About Chicago Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
I should have saved that for a spoiler.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and the annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
Are you looking for the perfect wedding planner? Or maybe you've always dreamed of hosting that unforgettable corporate event. At the Serendipity Collective, your dreams await. Located in the heart of Hampshire, Illinois, the Serendipity Collective specializes in both traditional and non-traditional weddings. They also offer event planning services for birthdays, bridal and baby showers, quinceañeras, corporate events, and more. From the moment you step into your attire for the first time, to the tears of joy during speeches and dances, they're sure to make you savor every moment of your special day. At the Serendipity Collective, they love what they do and are passionate about helping you create memories that'll last a lifetime. Visit Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., or evenings and weekends by appointment, or call at 847-749-7848, or email at info@theserendipitycollectivellc.com. The Serendipity Collective, your dream wedding awaits.
And welcome back to the show. This is the truth about Chicago sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. We are here live at Old Republic Bar and Grill on 155 South Elgin Road. We are now joined here by the owner, Nick. Thank you once again for being on. Thank you for having us.
Nick, welcome.
Welcome.
Happy Saturday. Thank you.
Yes, happy Saturday indeed. This is a great, awesome event. We love this. Top Shelf Sports helped sponsor this. Sammy Sosa is going to be here. How exciting is that, huh?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. We've actually had a lot, the good fortune of having a lot of really fun events here at the Old Republic. You know, we're obviously in our outdoor patio right now. We cover it for the winter. It's called the Igloo. But, we've had professional wrestling. Actually, right behind where I'm sitting right now, we had a ring. We had
Oh my gosh.
3 pay-per-views, actually. Eric Bischoff was here. I mean, we've actually had a lot of really
fun things like this. So, but nothing, I don't think anybody as big as Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. And the hospitality has been great. The staff, everyone's treated us so well. We see that you got a big, awesome stage for outdoor venues as well, outdoor concerts. Man, this place is great. Tell us what about on a Saturday. People come on down. They can get the prime rib I see, $7 Goose Islands, $10 Mai Tais. So yeah, this is the way to go. How long have you been the owner of the establishment?
We opened in 2018, so we're coming up. Would that be 7 years?
Yes.
Where we're sitting right now is a parking lot, and then in 2020, with the pandemic was going full tilt. We did all this that year, actually this summer. So this was parking, and we kind of created a destination here in Elgin, off Randall Road for live music, entertainment. Sports is a big thing. Super Bowl next week on Sunday. It's like one of the largest parties in the area, actually. This entire thing will be filled. This igloo, the inside will be built. We bring in giant screens. So everybody has a good view and whatnot. So yeah, it's a fun place. I don't know if you get that vibe yet.
An invitation, guys, for the Super Bowl.
We were talking about a little bit of this is not your only event today. You have a band coming on later tonight, and so you guys are just on the roll here, on a roll. And then you talked about the Super Bowl party next week. I mean, how often are you having events? Is it every weekend, live music, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we have events every week. I mean, we do bingo on Tuesdays, live trivia on Wednesdays. Actually, our live trivia show is one of I believe it's for the company, Sport Goal. I believe it's top 5 in the nation as far as how big it is. It's a really, really good trivia game. And we do live music every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, and special events on Sundays as well. In February 16th, we're doing we have a princess ball. So for little kids, even, we have princesses from the Disney movies and whatnot. They come and music and dinner and whatnot. So all different types of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. And
amazing, all ages too.
Yeah, and I love that. And I love that you're big, that you guys are big with sports. As you know, WRMN now, we're affiliated with the Chicago White Sox. So we would love to definitely have another couple events up here with some games and sponsored stuff. I think that'd be really cool. So anytime you want to have us back, we would glad to come back here. This was an amazing an event. So thank you very much, Nick. We really appreciate it.
We've been here for about an hour, and the hospitality has just been, well, I guess you guys were here longer than that, but the hospitality has been great. And it's about to be great for these fans coming to meet Sammy today. So,
well, I appreciate you coming. It's been our pleasure. Let's have a great day. Go Sox.
We got another White Sox fan here. All right.
I'm a big White Sox fan.
3-on-1.
Growing up, Frank Thomas was playing, so it was hard to not be a White Sox fan.
Well, then guess what? We are now the home, baby. We are now the home.
Sammy is a perfect guest to have here for both sides because, of course, he played for both teams, so encompassing both, and of course, an all-star. Most of what I'm seeing here is Cubs, though. Of course, it's probably expected, but we'll probably maybe get a chance to speak with Sammy later. I don't know if he'll be on camera and get to pick his brain a little bit about his career. And you're hearing the announcement maybe in the background. They're getting started, but we'll keep you on for a little bit. I don't know. Do you have anything else you wanted to ask him?
No, I think that was it. We just want to say thank you very much for having us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you for the event. Thank you for letting us come in, and we definitely look forward to doing it again here.
Thank you for supporting. Thank you so much. Thank you. And for Sosa.
Once again, that's Nick, the owner here at Old Republic, 155 South Elgin. 155 South Randall Road in Elgin, Illinois. As they're starting to really ramp it up here, as we're getting ready for the event. Sammy will be getting ready to be announced here in about 30 minutes as we're getting ready to wrap up the show. And before we went to break, I asked you guys, you chief out?
Yes.
Okay, please explain. I need to hear this. Why are you chiefed out?
Listen, what Patrick Mahomes has done in his career is nothing short of incredible. And I give him all the praise and all the credit, as well as the rest of the team, too. I mean, it's not a one-man show here. However, I would like to see somebody else in it. I would like to see a team that maybe doesn't get some benefit of some calls, because we saw that a lot just last week alone in a very important game against the Bills in the AFC Championship. All of that aside, though, The NFL does a lot to market, which is great. A lot of other leagues lack in that. The NHL specifically, they don't market their stars. The NFL not only markets their stars, they market who their stars are dating. I've seen a little too much of Taylor Swift for my own liking.
I've seen enough of Taylor Swift.
She's super all-stars on the field and the booth. Yeah, and Caitlin Clark too. Listen, all the respect in the world for Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift and what they do. They are legends in their respective fields.
Yes.
With Taylor Swift though, it's just not my cup of tea. You know, and you know what? When somebody else scores a touchdown and they're about to do a celebration and the camera pans to the stands,
I love it.
and it's her, she didn't score the touchdown. Give the guy some credit.
I want more Taylor. I absolutely love it. I absolutely eat it up. I love it. Now, like I said, will I enjoy if the Eagles are to beat this Chiefs kingdom and some kind of a way finds a way to get this miraculous victory? Yeah, I'll be like, go Eagles, go. But let me tell you something, man. I don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. I just stopped doing it. I stopped doing it, man.
Okay.
Stop doing it.
Give me this three-peat, then forget the Chiefs.
History. Okay.
Give me the history.
Okay, give me the history.
Of the three-peat, because I'd like to say that, back in my day, in 2025, I saw Patty Mahomes and Taylor Swift win
Yes.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is not winning any Super Bowl.
Okay, fine. But I could say,
Travis Kelce is.
I saw when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged.
Yes.
Because they won the third Super Bowl.
I was saying it on our show earlier today. Travis Kelce better either or retire or engage. Get engaged.
One or the other, no in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
There's no going for the 4-peat.
well, I mean, I heard the comparison. Yeah, 4 feet's off the table.
Yeah.
I heard the comparison that like if you propose
for them to do this third one, I can't see a 4-peat.
Oh,
they
they propose and then they go to Disney World.
You ever heard the thing where like if you propose, is the relationship over? And then somebody said, yeah, if you lose in the playoffs, is the season over? Like, that's the comparison right there. I probably have a million Swifties about to send me threats. I might not make it to the Super Bowl after these.
WRMN.
They're gonna stalk me.
I just want to let you know Marcus Mack is on your side, and I love Taylor.
You're saving yourself.
Everybody needs to have mercy on me and my family. Everybody else is on their own.
I love the point that you make about history. And, when we talk about Patrick Mahomes, it's all history. It's Travis Kelce. It's history. We're watching it in real time. And we're talking about storylines. And Patrick Mahomes has built this awesome storyline. But you know who has a storyline that has yet to win a championship? Saquon Barkley.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We're talking about, I think him and Derrick Henry, you want to talk about active running backs to make the Hall of Fame? Those are the only two guys. I mean, you look at running backs around the league, they're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
You have a lot of tread on those tires when they get to age 30. And then you have Barkley, who sat the last game and could have broken Eric Dickerson's all-time rushing record and no Super Bowl. There's a legacy still to be built there with Saquon Barkley. I am personally not so much juiced out, but rooting for other legacies to be built, like we talked about with baseball, the Shohei Ohtanis, the Mookie Betts, building their legacies, watching history. Mahomes has a legacy. He could retire today and be bona fide number 2 quarterback all time. Saquon Barkley, if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, where does he land all time? No, but that's a discussion for another day.
Well, the funny thing is, you mentioned Shohei Ohtani, and you see him leave the Angels and immediately go to the Dodgers. And despite his injury restricting him from pitching, he immediately wins the World Series. Saquon Barkley, look at the storyline this year with that behind the scenes of the NFL, Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks.
They were always talking in that Giants room about we'll never be able to sleep if Saquon goes somewhere else, especially to Philadelphia. Here's Saquon in Philadelphia. He's immediately in the Super Bowl.
Special. Sounds special. And I'll tell you what though, here's the funny part too. It's been a long time since we've had a Super Bowl that featured a great running back versus a great quarterback. That's been a while. I was trying to think in my head, when's the last Super Bowl that we had where we had a great running back versus a great quarterback? It's been a long time. Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to go back some years to really kind of nail that down, because it's pretty much kind of been the last few years, back versus quarterback, pretty much, but, and then not to say like to negate anything from Jalen Hurts, because I think Jalen Hurts is a fantastic quarterback, but Saquon is the guy that has the Hall of Fame as talent to him. Not to say that Jalen could, because if you really look at Jalen Hurts, 2 Super Bowls now in his first 5 years, I think. If he wins one, comes back and let's say he gets to another one before his career is over, might have to start talking Hall of Fame for him possibly. And that's crazy to think that way. But I mean, you can't take away the fact that the guy's been to 2 Super Bowls in his first 5 years. And if he wins one, that changes the trajectory of his legacy over Mahomes. So it's 2 very good storylines that are being played out. And, you know, like I said, growing up in that dynasty with the Bulls, I'm not burnt. I love seeing dynasties. I love it. I love seeing winners. I love seeing people trying to take them down. And that's the best. I believe it brings out the best. You go back to that Patriots undefeated season, and then we see them play the Giants, a team that was a lowly team, and yet they gave them the fight of their life in the Super Bowl and ended up winning that game.
How sweet was that, though?
How exciting was it? How thrilling was that? So, you know, that's why I love seeing that. Let's see the best come out when the best situations are put before us.
Yeah, that was probably akimbo to what we're going through with the Chiefs right now. Because at that time with the Patriots, I know I was patrioted out. I was tired of Tom Brady. I was tired of, you know, the coat, or I'm sorry, the jersey, or the hoodie. I was tired of, you know, and Gronk and all of that shit. Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, they were the team. Now it's the same thing as Mike was alluding it to on the rise. You know, the whole villain thing. Or
It took the Avengers twice to beat Thanos. So.
There you go.
Well, no, and you got me thinking, when was the last time we saw a matchup like this with a really great quarterback, really great running back? Was it that Patriots Super Bowl against the Seahawks when you had Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson, pretty good quarterback. Jalen Hurts, a pretty good quarterback. And Marshawn Lynch game in. And they didn't run Marshawn Lynch. Now you had Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady. Now you have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. This is very similar to that. You got it. I haven't thought of that until right now.
And let me tell you something. If they don't hand that ball to Saquon on the one, shoot the whole staff.
No, they're the whole.
We're gonna get a post-game press conference. You know why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here.
Because we did the tush push and it failed.
Yeah.
So you can stop it though.
You can stop it though. And I'll tell you that man, you talk about just a devastating move in football. You know, there's certain things in football that you're like, wow, like what can you do against that? And that's just one of that tush push, man. I'll tell you that is just a lethal weapon. It's a very lethal weapon, and it's very effective for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the crazy part is, not every team can do it.
And they're even doing
the Bills tried to do it.
No, the last time they were here in the Super Bowl, it was the Kelce brothers facing off, and they were doing the tush push with Jason Kelce. Yeah. And now they don't even have him, and they're still succeeding with that.
They're still finding a way.
I do have a question. It's a little bit off topic, but how was the interview with Nick?
Oh, it was great.
So the owner of Old Republic here at 155 South Randall Road.
Nick had a lot to say.
For the live event here with the Sammy Sosa autograph signing.
And guess what? Nick's a Sox fan.
Nick's a Sox fan?
Wow.
Have to do the Kansas City thing where I jump over the fence.
Hey, but don't jump yet, because you know what that means is there could be opportunities for WRMN to come back here. Shows. We talked about how many events that they have coming up. This is a packed house weekly.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
This is a great time. This is a great play.
And I love crowd is electric.
They're ready, man. They're ready
for Sosa to come in.
Yeah,
So
it's like we're about 10 minutes
here for me.
Mikey P, listen, big name in this town, but not that big yet.
And not to mention, we got to thank Chris Keller for having us here.
Yes, indeed. Thank Chris Keller.
Top Sports Cards.
The cards, indeed, also located in Elgin as well. Very awesome that he had us here and let us come in and do our show before the event.
Chance to talk to him?
No, we did not.
No, he's running around with like a chicken with his head cut off right now.
It would have been nice if we could have. I'd love to have got a chance to talk to him. He's a great guy, and it's really cool that he helped a lot of this to happen for us. Because I see him kind of walking around over there, and he's kind of running around all over the place.
He's a very busy guy. We've been setting up here since
I think Derek's going to try to see if he can get him to talk real quick. I don't know if he can or not.
I don't know what time Sammy is actually arriving, and the event
starts at 12. So I don't know if he's going to come
minutes out
right in at 12, but they're going to wait a couple minutes.
Yeah, we might actually have Chris on after this announcement that he's going to make to the crowd.
Wonderful. We got an announcement to the crowd coming up here. So
I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this announcement because we're piped in only to these mics. But Chris is going to make an announcement about when Sammy's getting here, what you can buy as far as autographs, pictures, memorabilia. We have a whole table set up over there. So this will be an amazing event. So 3:30 p.m. today.
yeah, 12 to 3:30 today. They're explaining the rules about how they want people, the fans, to come around, and which makes sense. This is really cool, and I really like how organized they've done this, man. This is definitely top shelf. I like it.
It's pretty packed in here right now, but I think I see even more people like trying to get in out the door. So
And definitely, I can't wait. Once we are done with here, I'm gonna get sort of fill my belly up with some nice food.
Absolutely. And,
maybe we'll see a Mai Tai with a souvenir cup. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, absolutely. And this event is going to be going on here at Old Republic from 12 to 3:30. You have absolutely no obligation to buy anything. Just show up. The event is free. Show in, walk in through the door. You do buy something for this event, it's going to be also 10% off of food and drinks for Old Republic. So that's also another thing.
This is just gonna, man, I'm telling you, it's just a great time all the way around. I know, right? I love it. I'm still a Cubs fan.
Thank you.
like
Someone had to say that.
it's a free
Wow, this time.
It's a free event. You
We
can
got
just
Kyle Tucker. Everyone's feeling good. Sammy's there. It's because the Cubs fans are here.
You know, I mean, hey,
I had to
like you
sneak
said,
it in. I had to
hey, you know, but like we said, you know, this time of year, no, we're really feeling good. You know, we got the quarterback we want, we got the coach that we want. You know, there's excitement in the air. Spring training is getting ready to come around. You know, yeah, man, it's like everything. Connor's been doing like we talked about with Sophia today. You know, we're really impressed with how things are kind of turned around for him. And
I was just-
obviously that sick goal was
Yeah.
just disgusting.
I was just at the Ice Hogs versus Wolves game last night up in Rockford, and you get to see a lot of the young talent coming up, and there's some really promising things coming. Now, of course, they lost the game to the Wolves. It's a tight game, but as long as those players continue to excel and then eventually make that step up to the NHL and play us alongside Connor Bedard, I have no doubt that this Blackhawks team can get back into competing. So that's going to be good. As I was going to say earlier, Derek mentioned that this is a free event. You don't have to buy an autograph.
Yes.
Just come and hang out, be in the presence of the Mike Napolitano. I mean, Sammy Sosa. The Sammy Sosa.
Always tooting your own horn.
Hey, you know,
Toot your own horn.
if Mikey P isn't out here trying to sell himself, then what's the point, all right? Marcus Mack has been selling himself for the last 10 years, and I'm still going to keep doing it.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I got to, okay.
Derek actually has an autograph signing right now. He's actually got to head on.
Yeah, right. In all honesty, I got to learn from this young whippersnapper right here. You know, that I'll be honest, I got to learn. I got to do better. I got to do better with my social media and everything. But in case you don't know who Sammy Sosa is, he's an
breakdown. Give him the breakdown, baby.
Major League Baseball legend. He is a 6-time Silver Slugger Award winner, 7-time Major League All-Star. He is the 1998 NL MVP.
Yes.
In the record-breaking season with home run record with Mark McGwire.
Who's Mark McGwire? Never heard of him.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sorry.
You're going to say sorry to me. That's the other
He's
side.
coming from St. Louis, but he is a Cubs fan.
Two-time NL home run leader. Two-time RBI leader. One of only 8 Major League Baseball players to hit over 600 home runs. The only player in Major League Baseball history to hit 60-plus home runs in 3 seasons. And not to mention, he is going to be getting inducted into the Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame on July 27th of this year. And I believe you already alluded to it with Derek Lee.
That's awesome. I mean,
Not this Derek. I would like to go into the Cubs Hall of Fame.
legally change your last name.
Yeah, and get a tan.
From attending, inebriated.
But how timely is this event? I mean, he's just getting honored and reingratiated to the Cubs, and
Great to have him back.
having him live at an autograph signing. WRMN is here. We're covering this. We're the only station covering this.
Yes.
I will say, my only question to you guys, maybe more towards the Cub fans here, does this come with a statue out front? in Gallagher Way.
I was just about to say,
You have to
Tom,
wonder about
let's
that.
get working on it. You can't tell the story of the Chicago Cubs
And not to
without Sammy Sosa. Tell the story of baseball without Sammy. So
That's very true.
I mean, between Sosa and McGuire, they saved baseball. They brought it back after that strike year.
yeah.
Without them, forget about it. And as far as like the statue and everything, maybe retiring the number and hooking it up on one of the foul poles first, seeing how that goes over, and then, after everything transpires with Sosa, maybe a statue, because he is probably,
Deserving of it.
I mean, he's probably like one of the most iconic Cubs,
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
top 3, top 5
What,
of all time.
Ernie Banks, Rhino,
Yeah,
maybe Mark Grace over him.
Billy Williams,
Fergie Jenkins.
Fergie Jenkins.
And then I have to say Sammy.
Yeah.
I'd put Sammy right up there, man.
And most of those other guys have statues out front. I have a buddy that's actually showing up today who covers both the Cubs, the Iowa Cubs, and also the Chicago Sky. We might get to talk to him, maybe not today, maybe on another episode of On the Rise. He was actually just down at Gallagher Way. The podiums that they have the statues on that have the engravings in front, there's an empty podium.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, say there's room. I know 2016 we got the 10-year coming up.
Yeah,
Something to think about
I
too.
think that's going to be next year with the, the conglomeration of all the Chicago Cubs players and, all of that fun stuff. And then afterwards, who knows? But
We can make room.
this is
Tom
fun.
Ricketts,
we can make
you know
room.
you're telling us you're breaking even, but we know you can make a little room.
We know
Throw a
we
couple
can
more
make a little
dollars,
room.
make some room.
Yeah.
Well, they are breaking even every year. I don't know if you saw that.
Breaking even, but
Derek and I just talked this morning about the yard is going to be opened up at center field. It's going to be kind of like a beer garden type of situation for the Cubs, which is going to be a cool little party deck area. It seems like it's going to be all you can eat, all you can drink. And just something new to add to the ballpark. Tom Ricketts did come out after that and say, we just barely break even each year. I know there was a lot of pushback from Cubs fans scoffing at that.
No way.
yeah.
But
Show us the book. Show us the book.
Yeah.
Prove it. Prove it.
But you know what? It is good to see that they're investing back into the fans and into the team.
Yeah. And once again, guys, we want to thank everyone for joining. We want to thank everyone for listening. We're here with the sponsored event by Top Shelf Sports Cards. And once again, we're at Old Republic, 155 South Randall Road in Elgin, Illinois, as we're celebrating Sammy Sosa out here signing autographs, taking pictures. The fans are out here. The line is out here. Everybody's excited. Sammy's going to be coming out in a couple minutes. The event is from 12 to 3:30. Come on down. You do not have to purchase a ticket to attend, but you do have to purchase a ticket to get a signing and meet with Sammy Sosa. So please make sure to come on down and join us. Once again, we want to appreciate everybody for helping put this together. Nick, the owner for Old Republic, thank you for joining. And we also want to thank Sophia Blackburn joining us on the call-in line. We want to thank Dennis Sonar Green for help setting this up, and our boss man Dino for making it always happen. Once again, this is the Truth About Chicago Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with Marcus Mack and Blake Cowell, and we're also joined by On the Rise. Make sure to check us out next Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock and lasting till 12 p.m. Have a great one, guys.
I can't wait to hit up a Mai Tai right about now.
You gotta show us those dance moves.
Well, I'm going to need more than no
Bands tonight. We have time before the band.
Yeah. There you go.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or